Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social, in association with William Hill, Empire Fight. So delighted to be joined by Sam Jones. Sam, it's been a while in person. I know they're taking the piss out of you somewhat hard here, but I'm sure you've earned it. Good night of boxing. Archie Sharp's just got the victory. We saw Lisa Whiteside, obviously, so I know you know from your S-Jam days.
Yeah, come down to support Lisa. Yeah, it was. To be honest with you, mate, I'll be real about it. It was quite sad to watch for me, to be perfectly honest, because I don't know whether people know this, but I think just before the pandemic, we had Lisa, I think, an interim world title fight, and she couldn't do it because her doctor basically told her. I don't know what the actual ins and outs were, but I think it was basically if you continue to make this weight, you're never going to be able to have like the kids and stuff. So I think Lisa had a long period of time out of the ring, come back, and I'm going to be truthful, in the last 3 fights she's not looked herself, and in that fight it was kind of the younger, fitter girl won the fight.
You sort of echoed, I think, the sentiment that Shane Watson said earlier. He said a few years ago, look, he goes, mate, should have wiped the floor with most of these girls. Do you, or should have gone somewhere near and dominated on world level? Do you agree with that?
I think also, by the way, that fight could have been for a world title, for sure. But Lisa's not disgraced herself at all then. I was really proud of her. But if I'm perfect honest, I don't want to speak on her because I don't manage Lisa anymore. But I would like her to hang them up. She's had a great amateur career, and she's an amazing mum. She's a wife as well. No more.
Yeah, and in terms of what she's done for boxing and the amateur pedigree,
Commonwealth champion, world silver medalist. She's boxed countless times for GB. She's an amazing person, Lisa is, and again, I'm really proud of her. But I care about her, so I would like her to hang the gloves up, mate.
That's fair. Let's come on to someone who you're very close with, who's fighting tomorrow night in a fight that's...
Who's fighting?
Zhilei Zhang?
Yeah.
No, Joyce, Zhilei Zhang. Let's be honest, in terms of fights that people want to see and not happening, this is an absolute banger in boxing. Talk to me about this main event tomorrow night. It's a great fight.
He bangs everything, Zhilei Zhang. Now, listen, style-wise, you're going to get a car crash of a fight. Because the first 2 rounds, I don't think Joe's going to throw too many punches in the first 2 rounds. I think Joe's going to feel him out, keep him at arm's length, and Zhang knows he has to knock Joe out in 4 rounds, or he's fucked. Sorry to say that, but he's fucked. Joe will batter him. If it goes past 4 rounds, Joe will proceed. Well, it will. Joe will proceed to batter him, and Joe will get him out there. I think between 8 and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolutely cracking fight. In terms of the heavyweight landscape, rumours of a tournament in Saudi...
Mate. The heavyweight division is shit right now. No one's fighting anybody. People like Joyce will fight everybody. Do you understand what I mean? They all need to start fighting each other and stop making excuses as to the reasons why they're not fighting each other. Let's see Joshua against Wilder, AJ against Usyk, AJ against Joyce, Joyce against Tyson Fury. All of them fucking fight each other because the fans are getting pissed off and we're getting diluted shit. It drives me nuts, this heavyweight division.
Why is it not happening then? Is it ego? Why is it not happening? Is it ego? Is it too much pressure?
Yeah, it's a lot of ego. There's money. There's money there, but it's like the fights need to happen, and I don't care less where the fight happens. If it fights in Saudi Arabia or fucking York Hall, who cares? Let's just see the fights.
Absolutely. Anthony Joshua came back a few weeks ago. We hadn't spoke about it. Jermaine Franklin, he went the distance. He was a career heaviest, I believe, but he showed a good engine in there. A lot of people said he was a bit reluctant to pull the trigger. What did you make?
Showing a good engine. I didn't think Joshua's performance was terrible by any means, and I think Jermaine Franklin is a lot better than what people like myself gave him credit for.
Agree.
But Joyce would have stopped Jermaine Franklin. But that's not to say because he's so much better than Joshua. It's more the fact that the styles make fights. Joe would have just followed him around the ring and just thrown too many punches and got him out of there.
Would Joyce have stopped that version of Anthony Joshua?
Listen, I don't like to badmouth Anthony Joshua because I think he's an absolute trailblazer for the sport. But there's always one, isn't there? There's always one.
There's been a couple, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, there's always one, isn't there? Yeah, he's one of them people that will push the fire alarm, at school, that guy. But no, mate, where was we?
Anthony Joshua, you don't want to badmouth him?
No, I don't want to badmouth him, but no, Joe would have stopped that version of Anthony Joshua, for sure.
He says that he's waiting until December. If you're Anthony Joshua or you was associated with him, would you like to see him out before that though, to keep a bit of activity momentum?
I've heard it's bollocks, to be honest with you, mate. I've heard that AJ is going to fight in July, so let's see.
What's a good fight for him, Dillian White?
Yeah, Dillian White's a great fight for him because people will get behind it. There's grudge there. Dillian's not looked great in his last fight. Anthony Joshua's not looked the best in his last couple. Great fight. Let's get it on.
Next week, Tank versus Ryan Garcia.
Cannot wait for that fight. Cannot wait for that fight. Best fight in boxing so far. I still believe, and I might change my mind as soon as this interview's done. Oscar's smashing the gaff up. Oscar Bevis, who's now grown a full face beard, by the way. No, I think Ryan Garcia is going to win.
You know what? Second person. What, by knockout?
I think he's going to chin him, mate. How about that?
You know what?
You're not having that, guys. Ryan Garcia against Tank. How are we seeing it? That's the safe bet. I'm going against the grain. Possibly.
You go with that. He'll be behind on the score.
Yeah, I think Ryan Garcia is going to be. He's a bit longer than him. I think he's. I don't know why, but I for some reason I think Ryan Garcia is going to win. I might change my mind in a couple of hours.
Let's hope it's an absolute banger. I can't wait. I'm going to be there. I cannot wait.
It's not very often I will stay up for fights anymore because I'm getting old. But that fight is one of them fights I'm staying up for.
Well, Sam, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for talking to Boxing Social. Catch up soon.
Nice one, mate.